Newspaper. Today is Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. of course, is right here with me. And let's see what we have on the covers, shall we?
Yes, we shall. So we're starting with the Daily Trust newspaper.
Yeah. Nigerian Airlines, it says here, Nigerian Airlines
race to meet 6 aircraft requirements. And on the riders here, we have Gets January 2025 deadline in new regulations, and many may fizzle out unless experts call for merger. And at the top of the paper here, we have Tinubu picks Balarabe to replace El-Rufai as minister, and reps to probe 15.5 trillion naira pension assets, recover 10 trillion naira from federal government. And birthday mismatch, gender error, unanswered questions as Chicago Varsity releases Tinubu's certificate. And at the bottom of the paper here, 23 traders feared dead in Kebbi boat accident. That's a pretty sad story there. And of course here, still following on the Nigerian Airlines report, we have a photo story of the analysis of the number of
infographic
airlines, or the infographic here.
Yeah, it's actually an interesting one, listing all the airlines as an analysis of the number of scheduled airlines in Nigeria. And there's some that have ticks on them and some that don't. Apparently, airlines that met the threshold, airlines that did not meet the threshold. You know, it does seem like Air Peace
seems to be topping.
Yes, topping that list there. It's an interesting infographic if you'd like to grab a copy of the Daily Trust. 23 traders feared dead in Kebbi boat accident. Tribunal victory, divine intervention. Nasarawa PDP chairman there speaking. Police arrest Naira Marley over Mohbad's death. Dunamis pastor killed in Benue church collapse. Now, I was going to touch on the arrest of Naira Marley. Apparently, he's at Banti, according to reports. Now, it does seem like the conversation is still ongoing online, but it does seem to have sort of mellowed a bit since Sam Larry was taken into custody.
Yes, he was also taken into custody last week. And there's been a lot of speculations, but I think we should allow the police do their investigation. And because what we need here is justice. And if we need, you know, for these investigations to be done for us to get the justice that we're seeking for. So, yeah. Fingers crossed.
And hopefully the truth does come out. We have the Nation newspaper with us this morning as well. It says here, agreement with organized labor to cost federal government 2 trillion naira, not 12, 2 trillion naira. It says here 89,100 workers likely to miss 35,000 naira wage award. It says here, how VAT cut on diesel will affect economy. The story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 8. It says, Senate bars new members from top posts, new rules, OK ranking. Page 25 has more on that. On diphtheria, FCT, 18 states may bring back face mask use. UK, US to partner with federal government on marine blue economy. Balarabe, Bio Mohammed, Olawale yes, it says for ministerial screening. Page 6 has more on that. On impeachment, it says here, Ondo Assembly directs a panel on deputy governor. And Tinubu's certificate in order, CSU deposes in court. And our former student, now Nigeria's president. Organizer, at the bottom there, it says organizer, 5.5 billion naira spent on BB Niger All-Stars. Interesting. There has been a lot of conversation on that.
I would, so before we get on the BBN story, I'd like to talk about the 35,000 provisional wage. There's been awarded for all Treasury-paid federal government workers, and this is going to be for 6 months. And finally, the president has approved of this. I know there's also been ongoing conversations, with the NLC and the TUC and the federal government in this regard. And we're hoping that, well, there's still, a few ongoings. So now there's been a new reports in the papers about a lot of workers likely to miss out on this. So in the coming days, we'll know, why this, what's with the new developments. And
Sure. Regarding the 5.5 billion spent on BB Niger All Stars, now I believe they're talking about the whole production cost. And when you think about it, it sort of makes sense. It is a live show, probably things like diesel, even airtime costs and things like that. Food. Oh, goodness me, I can only imagine the crew, the staff working 24/7 for that period of time. It is a huge production.
Yeah, but let's not also forget that this is also creating job opportunities, for a lot of people, in who are in the industry, not just in industry, but generally in Nigeria as well. So, well, I really hope they recoup their money back.
Well, let's hope they made the money that they spent. Probably did. They probably did. We still have the Punch newspaper with us this morning as well. Let's see. It says here, Tinubu's credentials, APC lampoons Atiku ex-VP set to submit documents in Supreme Court. Atiku's journey to Chicago varsity, a fruitless exercise. Ex-VP a loser, says APC. President's documents released by varsity have vindicated us, PDP insists. And right at the top here, it says 100 billion naira CNG buses. Senate rejects CBN loans, warns Tinubu against illegal spending. And I'll wrap it with this. It says 17 independent discos get licenses, 10 operational. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch. We don't have much time to talk about this right now, but we'd love to hear your opinions on what we've read from the covers of the dailies this morning. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know. At this point, we are heading over to the kitchen. Winfrey is on standby with our chef.